Hello, my name is Caitlin Allen. This presentation focuses on assessment design for a professional development mini unit on social emotional learning, specifically the K-cell competency of self-management. The presentation describes assessment targets, formative and authentic assessments, criterion referenced assessments, self and peer assessment activities, and the diagnostic and evaluation purposes of assessment. Assessment plays an important role in professional learning. First, assessment helps monitor participant learning by checking understanding of SEL concepts. Second, it provides meaningful feedback through self-assessment and peer assessment activities. Third, assessment measures achievement by determining mastery of self-management concepts and classroom applications. Finally, assessment data helps guide future instruction by identifying strengths, misconceptions, and areas that may require additional support. Effective assessment supports learning, reflection, and application of SEL practices. This slide summarizes the assessment targets and formative assessment strategies used through the mini unit. During the SEL Foundations lesson, participants demonstrate understanding of SEL and the K-cell competencies through an exit ticket. In the self-management skills lesson, participants complete a reflection journal to identify emotional regulation, goal setting, and stress management skills. In the classroom supports lesson, participants apply learning through a think, pair, share activity. And finally, in the supporting learners lesson, participants connect self-management concepts to student outcomes through a group discussion. All assessments are formative, criterion referenced, and aligned to the learning objectives. Formative assessments provide ongoing feedback that supports learning and professional growth. Exit tickets check understanding of foundational SEL concepts. Reflection journals help participants monitor their understanding of self-management skills. Think, pair, share activities allow participants to apply classroom support strategies through discussion and collaboration. Group discussions encourage participants to connect self-management practices to student outcomes. These assessments are used throughout the learning process rather than only at the end of instruction. Criterion referenced assessments evaluate participants based on specific learning criteria rather than comparing them to other participants. For example, participants must correctly identify K-cell competencies, explain self-management skills, identify research-based classroom supports, and explain the relationship between self-management and student outcomes. Success is measured against predetermined expectations aligned to the learning objectives. This approach ensures that assessment focuses on mastery of content rather than competition among learners. Authentic assessments provide opportunities for participants to apply learning in realistic professional contexts. Participants explain SEL concepts to colleagues, analyze self-management skills in practice, discuss classroom support strategies, develop classroom support plans, and connect SEL practices to student outcomes. These activities mirror the work educators perform in professional settings. Rather than simply recalling information, participants demonstrate their ability to apply SEL concepts in a meaningful way. This assessment was modified to incorporate both self-assessment and peer assessment. Participants first evaluate their own classroom support plans using a rubric that focuses on emotional regulation supports, goal-setting opportunities, stress management strategies, and implementation steps. Participants then exchange plans with colleagues and provide feedback using the same rubric. This process encourages reflection, collaboration, and continuous improvement. Self and peer assessments promote assessment as learning by helping participants take an active role in evaluating and improving their work. This diagram illustrates the assessment as learning cycle used within the mini unit. Participants begin by creating a classroom support plan. Then they complete a self-assessment, receive peer feedback, revise their work, and improve their professional practice. The process is continuous because educators can use feedback and reflection to further refine their classroom supports over time. This cycle demonstrates how assessment can serve as a tool for learning and growth rather than simply a measure of achievement. Assessments serve both diagnostic and evaluation purposes. Diagnostic assessments help identify misconceptions and gaps in understanding. For example, some participants may mistakenly believe that self-management eliminates the teacher's role as a facilitator. In reality, teachers need to continue to guide, model, and support learning while helping students develop these self-management skills. Evaluation assessments measure participants' understanding of SEL concepts, determine mastery of learning objectives, and assess their ability to apply learning in authentic professional contexts. Together, these purposes support both learning and professional growth. In conclusion, effective assessment is more than a tool for measuring achievement. Formative assessments provide ongoing feedback. Criterion-referenced assessments measure progress toward learning objectives, and authentic assessments allow participants to apply learning in meaningful professional contexts. Self and peer assessments encourage reflection, collaboration, and continuous improvement. When these assessment practices are integrated, assessment becomes a powerful tool for supporting both learning and professional growth. These are the references used to support the assessment design and SEL concepts presented throughout the professional development mini unit. Thank you for your time.